What up, y'all? What's the word? We back. We back with another video. As y'all can see by the title of the video, 15-year-old killed for crossing out gang graffiti. You feel me? And shout out to Hood Politics for providing this video. You feel me? My bad, though. I'm a little high right now, but let's get into this video and see what they talking about, man. LA hood politics are no joke, y'all. So don't come to LA thinking LA is the game. Let's see what this is all about.
Welcome to Hood Politics. In this episode, I will be discussing Esteban Ceja, also known as Clown, from DNA. The facts of the case are as follows. When it comes to Los Angeles gangs, territory is one of the most important things, and if
DNA, I do not know what DNA is. So I'm from LA, but certain gangs I just don't know. I don't know if there was a little click right there. Major gang, I'm not sure, but we about to find out.
someone isn't familiar with the area, they may not know where one hood ends and another one begins. One way of knowing where you're at is to read the walls. Gang graffiti, often referred to as strikes or hit-ups, can let you know what hood you're in, who's beefing, and who has died. Although some may just see it as tagging, it's taken very seriously.
Hey, you tell these motherfuckers, man, the type of shit that'll happen if you catch, you know what I'm saying, somebody coming here trying to write that shit, man.
Yeah, you talking about the little fake if you trying to come and sneak in the hood and write on the wall. Yeah, if you caught, it's...
You do got a lot of niggas that do that. They go wall banging at fucking, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning when everybody in the house. They go hit up in somebody's hood on the wall to make it look like they were just super over there and like, these niggas don't be out all on. Nah, bruh. Y'all done went over there about 2, 3 o'clock, maybe 2:30, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Struck up on somebody's building, made a little video, and got the fuck on. Be sitting out there like y'all just be major big camping posted on people's block. Nah, that's not how it happened. No.
Guaranteed it's a rap. Dead. Flatline.
Stop paying over the hood. You stop paying over the hood. You gotta get off on you right now. Man. Stop paying over the hood.
I don't give a fuck about your job, nigga. Colonia Flores, Bellflower, Colonia Flores. Paint over, I'ma get off on you. Paint over, I'ma get off on you. Paint over it.
In the 1990s and early 2000s, there was a surge in tagging crews. Unlike gangs, tagging crews' main objective was hitting up as many places as possible, and inevitably, they found themselves tagging within gang territories. This caused animosity between taggers and gang members, and often led to fights and shootings whenever they crossed paths. Some tagging crews even became what were known as tag bangers. Tag bangers carried themselves exactly like gang members, from their style of dress to carrying guns. Some tagging crews were absorbed into gangs, and some became gangs themselves, like Cam, KWS, and numerous others. But one of the most notorious crews turned gang is DNA. DNA originally stood for drugs and alcohol, but in more recent years they've gone by Devil's Nation and
Okay.
DNA claimed 73rd Street and the surrounding area, making known by covering the walls and graffiti.
Okay,
On
I
September
know where these
23rd,
guys are.
2015, shortly after 4:30
I know where these guys are. I know exactly where these guys are.
p.m., a 19-year-old man named Christian Zuniga and a 15-year-old young man named Francisco Batista ventured into DNA territory. Christian and Francisco were members of a nearby rival gang called Indo. The pair began walking into an alley when Christian noticed a man.
Oh, look, you know who hood they, who territory they in. You see that big EC, so they somewhere in East Coast hood. So you told they say look out for them signs, B. He's a big EC right there. So you known as a known East Coast hood.
Standing nearby, Christian kept watch while Francisco began tagging the wall. Francisco used green paint to cross out DNA graffiti and sprayed Indo graffiti. This act is referred to as slashing or whacking out. A few moments later, Christian saw a man enter the alley, run towards them, and pull something from his right hip. Christian told Francisco to run. Christian heard gunfire as he ran away, but he was able to make it to safety. Unfortunately, Francisco wasn't so lucky. He was shot twice and died from his wounds. Detectives arrived at the scene and began their investigation. 2 witnesses said they saw a man named Esteban Ceja near the alley just after the shooting. Esteban was a member of DNA and went by the nicknames Clown and Payaso. One witness saw Esteban in her mother's apartment, which is near the alley. She said he looked pale and scared. The witness
You gotta think. Well, I could say this. You know, see, RIP to the guy that went down. RIP to the guy that got unalive. But I can't say this about them. They had enough heart to go do it in broad daylight. You feel me? Most people can't go whack out their enemy's hood in broad daylight like that. Feel me? I give him a little heart. He had a whole lot of heart for doing that. But yeah, as you see what happened. So RIP to him, man.
Told him to leave, and he responded, "Shh." Another witness heard someone running and then saw Esteban in the same apartment. He looked pale and surprised. From that same apartment, Esteban called his sister and asked for a ride to a dispensary. When she arrived, Esteban got into her back seat instead of the open front passenger seat, which she found weird. After dropping him off, Esteban's sister called him and told him that the police were investigating the shooting. He told her to tell the police that she didn't know anything. Later that day, a witness called 911 and told the operator what she saw and said that she believed Esteban was the shooter. Just
It's always, I don't know how old she was. I don't know. We might find out. But there's always somebody watching. Somebody always watching. No matter what you do, somebody always gonna be watching what you do. So be aware of that. You YNs out there, man, just be aware somebody is always watching you. Always.
after midnight, police showed Christian a photographic lineup. Christian picked out Esteban's picture and told the officers that he looked something like the shooter. Investigators were able to pull video footage from a camera.
Wait. So you mean to tell me the guy that was out there tagging, that's from this Indio hood, went back and told the police who did it? Do we consider that snitching? I think we call that snitching. Big snitching.
Near the alley, the man in the video had tattoos on his hands, just like Esteban. Esteban Ceja was charged with murder for the death of Francisco Batista and the attempted murder of Christian Zuniga, as well as gun and gang enhancement charges. Investigators searched multiple homes looking for Esteban, but weren't able to locate him. Prosecutors then asked for the FBI to help track him down. Investigators conducted electronic surveillance of Esteban's family and friends. They eventually found a phone with an Arizona area code that was being used in El Paso, Texas. They compared the calling patterns from that phone to the phone that Esteban previously used and found that the patterns were nearly identical. Esteban was arrested in El Paso and extradited back to Los Angeles.
His bail is $3.4 million. 10% of that is 300,000. $300,000 just to make bail? Goodbye.
His bail was set at just over $3 million. Ultimately, Esteban Ceja was found guilty with the murder of Francisco Batista
Pretty sure he
and the
was.
attempted murder of Christian Zuniga, as well as gun and gang enhancement charges. Esteban Ceja was sentenced to life in prison. This incident was just one situation in a city that has a long history of people being killed over graffiti. On Sunday, February 7th, 2010, at around 9 p.m., a 40-year-old man named Ronald Barron was watching the Super Bowl with his girlfriend at the Cottage Bar located on Pico Boulevard. As Ronald left the bar, he noticed someone spraying graffiti on a nearby wall. Ronald confronted the tagger, and the tagger pulled out a gun and opened fire, striking Ronald in the chest.
Bruh. Once again, RIP to the man that y'all see on the screen. But brother, man, you should have stayed to yourself. LA, like, you see somebody tagging, I done seen a couple of people tagging. I done seen a couple of Hispanic people tagging on walls. What you see? What you think I did? I just looked at their ass and kept walking. I ain't say nothing. Matter of fact, I just looked at they tagging and kept it pushing. I'm not saying, hey, why y'all doing that? I'm not saying, man, where y'all from? Stop that. No. This man 4 years old. Like, he lost his damn life because I don't know what he did, but I'm about to find out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to say nothing to no. People don't fight no more.
Ronald was transported to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Ronald was a former member of the Mansfield Gangster Crips and went by the nickname Looney. He was active during his younger years and sent to prison for attempted murder, but he grew tired of the gang life and decided to make a change. He began working with an organization called American, which was founded by the late Jim Brown. He could be found in schools and in jails helping others turn their lives around and providing them with the tools and the support to do so. A 16-year-old young man named Mark Villasenor was arrested and charged with Ronald's murder. He was from
16 years old. 16. To all my old people out there. To my people that's like 36 and up. Leave these little young niggas alone. If y'all don't got no weapon with y'all, leave these YNs alone, cause they are going to shoot you down. Okay? Okay? Y'all need to follow this channel so y'all can listen to this advice. You hear me?
CAE, which stands for Catching All Enemies, or Crazy and Evil. Mark told investigators that he believed Ronald was armed and reaching for his waistband, and he shot him because he was scared. Mark pled no contest to voluntary manslaughter, firearm possession, felony vandalism, and gang enhancement charges. Mark Villasenor was sentenced to 29 years in prison. On Saturday, April 15th, 2000.
He just unalived somebody. He's 16. He got 29 years. This man, he got a date. He coming home. He coming home. RP to the man who lost his life. But look at this. This 16-year-old boy that done popped this man and killed him in jail for 29 years, and he coming home. Crazy. Leave these YNs alone.
2023, a group of men were painting over graffiti that had been tagged on the wall of Northridge Ice Cream. Shortly afterwards, the group was spotted by a 24-year-old man named Jamal Jackson. Jamal was the person who tagged the wall, and he was angry that the men were painting over it. Jamal approached the man, pulled out a gun, and opened fire on the group. A 39-year-old man named Juan Lopez Suarez was killed. 3 other men were wounded and transported to a hospital.
I'm sorry I keep pausing this, y'all. Like I keep saying, 25. He's still a YN. Still a YN. Ain't got no sense. No sense. He killed people just doing their job. Leave these YNs alone.
Jamal was later arrested in the nearby city of Ontario and was charged with the murder of Juan Lopez Suarez and 4 counts of attempted murder, as well as gun charges. On June 7th, 2023, nearly 2 months after the shooting, a 69-year-old man named Benjamin Marin passed away due to complications from his wounds. Jamal's charges were later upgraded. On Friday, June 24th, 2022, at around 7:20 p.m., Esteban Ceja and another man named Adrian Garullo attacked another inmate named Hector Jimenez in the day room with an inmate-manufactured weapon. Hector was taken to the prison's triage center, and an ambulance was called to take him to the hospital, but he died before he could be transported. Adrian was serving a life sentence for murder and 2 attempted murders at the time of the attack. Hector was serving a 26-year sentence for voluntary manslaughter when he was killed. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, comment.
And 9 times out of 10, the one that they killed, he probably killed one of their homies. So that was just prison politics. You feel me? That's how prison politics go. You kill one of my homies, nigga, we catch you, we gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. That's how it goes. But people, I tell y'all, if y'all not from California, you know what I'm saying, stay in the real good parts. You feel me? Because there's some real treacherous places down here in California. It's a whole lot of trenches. It's more than one trench in California. We got a number of trenches. It's like every city has a number of trenches, but you really have to watch what you go, what you do, what you say. I advise you just leave people alone. Don't even say nothing. Don't interact with nobody, because nobody in California fights. Nobody. So, till next time, y'all. Peace out.